Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4, and today WTF is Fallen Knight, and oh my goodness me, this is looking like a strong premise of a game. But this Kickstarter, well, I'm not gonna say zero on the subject to be kind, and let Lipstickpaddy tear into this one. So Lipstickpaddy, are you there? Please take it away. Alright peeps, this Kickstarter is a fascinating project because what were they thinking? Oh my god. Fallen Knight calls itself a board game of dungeon crawling. There is scant evidence of that when we go down this page. Fight unique and horrific monsters. Well, the gameplay of that is nowhere to be seen. Loot the memories. What's that about? Not explained. Uncover a mysterious world. Well, full stop on the end of that sentence would have been nice to polish the Kickstarter, but talk about polish, because this Kickstarter looks like it's what they've thrown together in 1 hour, and it is disgusting at that. Now there's 377 backers. There may have been 1,000 backers on this for the amount of cancelled pledges that's already gone on in the comments, and $65,000 from who exactly? What on earth are you putting money on this for? Now there is a $1 pledge. There is no FAQ, no update or anything. He should at least come in here and say, oh, we're going to drip feed information over the next 3 weeks, because at the minute there's nothing. Is this going to grow into something? Are they going to keep adding to it? Because at the minute this Kickstarter looks like a preview page on day one. This should not have been launched at all. Let's just go down. It wants to be a classic, whatever that means. Classic, what does that mean? Cooperative dungeon crawler set in an outlandish dark fantasy world. Well, a picture's worth 1,000 words, mate, whoever set this up. Now, there's some debate saying, a Kickstarter coming from Mongolia? What is going on here? Yeah, one of the teams is in Glenview, USA, so team or whatever it is, there's no explanation of the team. We'll go down this page anyhow for the sake of it. So this sounds kind of interesting here, where you are going to loot memories of monsters. And what for? Are you playing the Fallen Knight? What are you chasing? Are you going into their memories to try and hunt something? What is going on? We don't know. It says the memories can unlock powerful abilities, and potentially mechanics are going to change. It's going to have an artistic comic, beautifully realized artistic comic. I'm waiting for the noun, because this is like adverb, adjective. Where is it? Comic what? World, monsters, we don't know what that is. Revealing new insights. So this is like elevator pitch, and this has been advertised on Kickstarter since maybe December, November last year, and they've still come out with this. But why back now is the big question, isn't it? Because alright, it's not going to go to retail. It's going to be easy to play. You're going to have choices. You're going to have artwork, enemy AI. We want to see videos of this. There's not one video on this Kickstarter. There's no Kickstarters that would even be involved in this process. It is scantily thin on the ground as it is. I don't know how Kickstarter have allowed this on, to be frank. Now, story is just world-building fluff. We've not even seen what the board looks like yet, how the tiles look like. If there's tiles, we don't know if it's card combat, we don't know if it's dice combat, we don't know anything. You're going to absorb, all we keep hearing is absorbing the memories of corpses. That's the big picture coming down here. And it will enhance your characters. Character. There's more than one Dark Knight. Is there? What's going on here? Is the Dark Knight the protagonist you got to kill? We don't know. You're going to spend life to reanimate unsold fallen knights, mastering their bodies and upgrading their potential effect on the game. So potentially you're going to have different classes that you're jumping into. is what it sounds like. Sounds like a video game I played in 2020. I can't remember the name of it. I'll put a link here of that. But it sounds exactly like that. You basically are spending experience to reanimate a new body with new skills. That's exactly like a video game that came out last year. The Damned Sword. This it's like a shape-shifting weapon, and as long as you've got the right memory of the certain thing. So if you absorb the memory of the thief, you get to morph into this. If you get the memory of the ranger, it'll morph into a bow, etc. So yeah, gameplay then is going to be solo, 1 to 4, dungeon crawler. Where is the dungeon crawl? We haven't seen any art or anything like that yet. So yeah, you're just going to unlock the abilities of the dead adventurers. So potentially the longer you play this game, you're going to be gaining new gameplay moments, gameplay skills, and etc. That sounds kind of cool. These are the cards then. We've got a little bit of what you might get in the game. 83, 67, 57. What are these numbers? Odd, isn't it, why they've got these big numbers? Anyway, synergies. You're going to have some special active or passive skill. Passive skills are... So yeah, if you keep absorbing the memories from the same class of enemy, you're potentially going to synergize that to kind of make that kind of enemy, you know, stronger. But it's going to be passives and stuff like that. Anyway, it does say hundreds of ability cards. This is very vague. Normally it spells out exactly how many cards you get in, doesn't it? It says it's very exciting for character creation and customization and optimization. Well, here we go. Instead of dice then, Fallen Land utilizes a sub-action deck. 20 action cards. Players can flexibly tailor their strategy to deal with their immediate foes. These cards are really weird, aren't they, right? So crowd control, that's gonna what? Turn off an enemy? This is non-specific here. Neutral support then, heal an enemy. Heal an ally, maybe for 2. There's going to be monster action cards, monster behavior cards, and it does say there's going to be, the monster actions will be unique to each creature in Fallen Land, and will dictate its actions during boss battle. Monster behaviors drawn from a deck shared by all monsters in the game. Hang on. Monster behaviors that are drawn from a shared deck by all monsters in the game. You just told me that the monster actions are unique to each creature. There's a bit of a contradiction here. Now, this concept art, you might as well put that in the bin, because that's nothing on its own here. Minis. It's going to use 20 unique dungeon tiles. Can you not double side them and have 40 unique dungeon tiles? What's going on here? Boss fights. There's going to be quite big minis here going up to the 135. And it's going to have its own unique board for the fighting. So a little bit like Kingdom Death Monster. I think that's the audience it's going for here, but even King Death Monster showed more on the original Kickstarter than this. And that's it. That's it. 150 for this mysterious game with a 255 updated pledge with some expansions of the game. You don't even have no idea what it's about other than just in its elevator pledge. Oh, it does say 20 plus double-sided scenario tiles, so that's maybe 40 plus for stretch goals, maybe. It does classify itself as an 18 game, so it's potentially going to be there. Oh, we do say to get 100 cards of something. We don't know what those cards are. Boss Phi board. I mean, look at that typo here. This is seriously in need of editing. A massive 150-page rule and scenario book. Rule. Is rule book not one word? Am I just getting pedantic here? Moving on, quick. Lots of tokens. That's what the box is going to look like. And we're already at add-ons. You've got to add on these. These are going to be some of the great minis you're adding on. Almost $50 for this thing. Coming with standees, this thing. Now, does the base come with standees? None of them. So what are these standees coming with these add-ons? More mysterious in these. And it would have been better as a campaign to maybe push these out on I don't know, day 5 and day 10, so we can actually, you can explain what these are in your updates, because at the minute they're not really explaining what is what here. So and what are these? Just add-ons you're putting in. We don't even know what you're getting other than what it says here, but you don't know what that entails exactly, do you? It does say, though, that the bosses are coming on spruces, is what it's trying to say. Ready to be assembled, so these are got to be constructed. And, you know, this one's looking rather fetching, isn't it? Very nice. Yeah, looking nice, looking like a giant base here. Yeah, they're looking nice. About 5 years ago, I formed the team behind Fallen Knight from a group of friends with a singular vision to create the next great tabletop experience. In the years since, we have remained committed to this vision, iteratively experimenting and pushing the boundaries of what can be accomplished in tabletop art, gameplay, and overall experience. We are confident with your help we can produce a truly unique tabletop experience that can stand above the sea of traditional dungeon crawlers. Is there a sea of them? And that's it. Shipping costs. Not too bad, actually, if you think about the box of minis. $60 for all this minis. That's really kind of on the cheap end, isn't it? They're showing these down here. What for? They've not even said what they are. Risks and challenges. You bet you've got a lot of these. Though much has been completed for Fallen Knight, but we're not showing you here. The game is still in active development. We're currently on track to complete all development from gameplay to artwork by this time next year. Why have they not shown any of this? The Facebook feed, none of this. They're hoping to post up stuff on BGG, but the place to put it on is on your Kickstarter page. Are you idiots? What is going on here? We have no intention of producing a subpar game. Well, you've knocked out a subpar Kickstarter here, is what you've done. If it's a nearly finished product, we need to see what your tiles look like. We need to see what the minis look like. We need to see the gameplay. We need to see a rule book. We need YouTubers covering this game. We need it potentially on Tabletopia so we can check out that. Now, I'm absolutely waiting to be proven to be wrong about this campaign, which you should completely stay away from. You know, maybe stick a reminder on it and see what happens on this thing, because if an update comes out and it starts to blossom into something massive, then, you know, that's what everybody's hoping for. But if it stays like this for 21 days, are you kidding me? In fact, if it does that, it's going to harm the company more than anything. So yeah, you'd be crazy madman to recommend this game on what they're showing here. It needs so much more work on this Kickstarter. For what they're promising, it does sound interesting, yes, but You need to do more. Like a massive Herculean, monstrously epic lot more than what you've done here. I give it a Z epic failure, this Kickstarter. Oh my god. Now, if it changes, I'll keep you updated on my channel, because this is looking like an interesting project. If it does blossom into something, maybe this is just their strategy to go forward, which is the weirdest one I've ever heard of, but we'll just have to see. Pledge level, they do have an early bird, which some people have jumped on, because, hey, you can't pull your pledge, can you? And, oh, there's a massive pledge here. This is getting this is like getting everything in at 240. And there's one backer on this who's having a bit of a laugh, even though there's an early bird for it, because he knows he's probably going to cancel it, or she is. There is a $1 pledge you can stick in here that lots of people are saying they have done in the comments, so ha ha ha. So there you go, Fallen Land. I will message you on Facebook to tell you about this video. You can come down and see what's going on, because you're ignoring all the comments in here, which is a spitball of what the heck is going on this Kickstarter. It really is. A lot of people think you've pressed the launch button by accident. Oh, Fallen Knight. Your premise sounds great, but you need to go back and do your homework and come back with a better, more fleshed out Kickstarter. If this doesn't cancel within a week, I'll be surprised, and hopefully a good surprise, because it needs to grow. It needs to put more on the page. It's looking desperate. If you're looking to be the next big, next generation dungeon crawler, then please look at Frosthaven's Kickstarter. Look at Madara's Kickstarter. Look at Tanari's Adventures Kickstarter. And have a look at what they were showing to get all their backers. That is the standard we expect on Kickstarter when a massive dungeon crawler hits. And what you've got is not even in the shadow of that. You're like an ant next to an oak tree when it comes to being up there. So, are you going to grow into something bigger? Because, trust me, you've got a massive mountain to climb from here. Well, on that bombshell, thank you so much for watching Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I've been your host, Lipstickpaddy. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.